Welcome to episode 32 of XCW, coming to you live here on Twitch. This is our latest episode start I believe we've ever had. Sorry about the extremely long delay. Simply things getting in the way of here in XCW real life, stepping in front of what I wanted to do here tonight. But I am still here. It is still technically, at least for me, Sunday night here. 11 p.m., 12 o'clock on the East Coast over in England, around 4 or 5 a.m. So we're going to go ahead and start up, jumping into our very first matchup of the evening. For anybody in the chat, please let me know quickly if our stream is up and going, good quality or not, just so that I can make sure that we are not missing any parts of the XCW episode 22. We got JS in the chat here tonight. JS will be competing in our second matchup, but hold on. We're about to see this match right here. Jake Watson versus Mike Miles as our opening bout here on XCW, presenting here Raw. Let's go ahead and jump into that action. Sorry, I would have been up a couple of minutes ago, but when I changed a couple of people's attires or simply switched them to start out with a different attire on, they did not in fact have the correct or it changed the matches for me. I had set up all the matches, then changed a couple of attires, making them come out in their second attires instead of first, and it apparently screwed it all up.
Accompanied by Jimmy Hart. From Toronto, Canada, Jake Watson. The WWE Universe letting him hear it.
And here he is, folks, the man who has truly gone completely on his own, shedding the colors of foreign affairs. That red, white, and blue attire that he previously wore has set himself apart from that group now. But last week was unable to pick up an important victory against our European champion, Anthony. Will things change here tonight for him as he faces the former undisputed champion, Mike Miles, in one-on-one action to kick off episode 32? You see his legendary manager, Jimmy Hart, at ringside. He will definitely need all the help and support he can from that man, all the experience that he can provide in order to defeat this man who's got to be infuriated. The man that he is facing lost the Undisputed Championship less than a week after gaining it at our pay-per-view Vengeance. He won it at Armageddon. He won it at Vengeance. What's the first trivia? Well, I'm just going to skip the trivia for the first loading screen. We'll have a trivia at the next loading screen. Here he is right there. Mike Miles, sporting a brand new attire here tonight, is not in the running right now for a Undisputed Championship. He's going to have to build himself back up after losing once again to Brian Nash one-on-one. 3 times this man fought Brian Tornado Nash one-on-one. All 3 times he came up short. The only times that he was able to take the championships from Brian Nash were when Brian Nash was not included in a pinfall or submission by Miles. In the Elimination Chamber, it was Just Insane who eliminated Brian Tornado Nash, leaving Mike Miles open to win the matchup. And then at our pay-per-view Vengeance, it was again, it was able to pin Just Insane this time as Brian Nash was outside of the ring in that triple threat match. But here we go, jumping into the action in our very first bout. Mike Miles, the lone member of Foreign Affairs who is yet to let the group die. I said it was officially dead, but I don't know. I think that Mike Miles is still holding on to hopes that he, the last remaining member, is going to somehow be able to rebuild from nothing, rebuild the group that I personally thought was going to be going down as one of the best groups here in XCW history, but had troubles after just a couple of months of action together. The group completely fell apart, really starting when Jake Watson left the group shortly after the emergence of the Vigilantes. And right here, it's Jake Watson being taken down by that huge walking power slam. Miles trying to put a nail into the head of Jake Watson. We saw Watson has not come up on the winning end of many of the former Foreign Affairs members. And trying to keep him down here tonight is Mike Miles. The Wolfpack are ready. Shanny, we're here tonight hoping to represent the Wolfpack. Right here, nice pickup power bomb from Jake Watson. A little bit of power. I don't believe Jake used to hit that maneuver. Maybe he's changed a little bit of his moveset as well since changing his attire. Nice exploder suplex. That's a familiar move from the proud man, Jake Watson.
Elbow drop.
Watson trying to stay on top of Miles, but unable to do so there. Hold on, Miles gets thrown over the top rope. Watson now, oh, he's able to block that, though, with an elbow. Dazing Jake Thompson. Hold on, what is he setting for in the center of the ring? Oh, it's that stalling back body drop. Impressive move by Mike Miles.
He drops the elbow.
Do I need some coffee? Maybe I do. Do I sound a little bit dead here tonight? I'm sure I'll liven up as the show goes on. I sound like a drone. I'm simply talking like this and not, oh, fun and energetic. Woohoo! That was, okay. That's enough of that. Jake Watson hitting that nice knee to the side of the head on Mike Miles. Going for the pinfall only. Able to get one as the former two-time undisputed champion. Gets powerbombed viciously here by Jake Watson.
Oh, man. The natural might know every counter to every move.
Oh, let's go Jake F. Mike Miles. Okay, I was confused by the chat from Future there. I couldn't understand what he was meaning. Don't be mad, Agent. You're a slot filler, so I understand. Oh.
Lord, look at the fire in his eyes.
Right, nice tilt-a-whirl power, tilt-a-whirl side slam right there from Jake Watson. Jake, I think, was trying to set up for that signature move, maybe going for that backslide driver, as Mike Miles able to reverse it and throw him into the corner. Might be setting up for a corner move here, and he is. What is he going for? Putting him into the Tree of Woe? Maybe no. Some snake eyes. That has got to hurt the face of Watson. Watson now crumpled to the ground, trying to get to his feet, and Miles just viciously runs over and socks his knee into the side of his head. Following up the huge elbow drop right there was Mike Miles. Again, an elbow drop, an elbow thrown up, trying to prevent Miles from continuing this beatdown, but Miles right now picking up, again, another running power slam, crushing Watson to the ground.
Watch it. He looks fired up here.
Agent Mayhem and one of our NXT members here tonight in our chat having quite a bit of talk back and forth. Hold on, Jake Watson about to complete this comeback, hits the spear, and that comeback is complete. We know he has his signature ready to go. Watson lifting him onto his shoulders. What is he going for here? Signature, that knee as he fell to the ground. 1, 2, 3. Wow! Huge win here for Jake Watson tonight. One-on-one just defeated the former two-time undisputed champion. Did you see that right there? He dropped to the ground on his way down, threw his knee up, clocking Mike Miles in the side of the head. And I honestly say one of the most surprising victories I've seen in XCW in quite some time. Jake Watson just defeated the sole, maybe the sole member left of the remnants of Foreign Affairs. Mike Miles, how the mighty have fallen and fallen quickly. He won the Undisputed Championship in that triple threat match, lost it in our main event of Raw last week to Brian Tornado Nash, and then here tonight had a chance to at least save some face here by beating a former Foreign Affairs member, but fell to him one-on-one. Can't believe that just happened. What a great first matchup, but a surprising victory by Jake Watson. Got a lot of smack talking going on in the chat here tonight. So we have Tyrant also in the chat as well. Got to make sure that I don't choose any of these three gentlemen when I'm resetting this matchup. Somebody asked me to change their attire for the match, and instead of changing it and then possibly making it change our matches again, I decided to simply change it here. Oh crap. I have to do it again now. Ugh. Okay, I'm frustrated. I want to get this thing done probably starting over an hour ago, but a really late start for us here in XCW Universe. I saved it instead of starting it like I meant to. Cost me another minute of time. Okay, XCW trivia question will be coming up as soon as I get this loading screen started. So be ready when I ask the trivia question to send me a message either on Xbox Live to my gamertag ImageMaker, or send it to me on the website, aka Image, aka the Broadcaster. Got to redo this again. Okay, Youngblood versus Omega versus John Sanchez. And click that instead of that. We're going to start the match. Okay, here we go. You're not you when you're hungry. Well, I'm not hungry. Okay, Omega sucks. Boo. Okay, this matchup here is a very important match. But before I get to that, let me get to the trivia question here. Youngblood made his opening debut here in XCW on the show Superstars. Who was Youngblood, or excuse me, who did Youngblood face in his very first XCW match? That is your trivia question here for our opening bout of, a second match of Raw here on episode 2032. My brain is not functioning properly here tonight.
From Oakland, California, Youngblood, the Phantom.
The WWE Universe letting them hear it.
Shanny, this is a triple threat match, but it's not simply a triple threat match. This match right here is going to determine who is the fourth man in my elimination tournament to determine who will be the next undisputed #1 contender who will face Brian Tornado Nash at our pay-per-view Capital Punishment at the end of this month. The winner of this will be the fourth man. The three men already going to be in that fatal four-way match elimination tournament starting here tonight are Alpha 1, Just Insane, and Tyrant, the fourth man, will be one of these three men here tonight. They've got to compete and win this matchup in order to insert themselves into the #1 contendership for the undisputed title, which will happen later on tonight in the broadcast. To quickly explain what the elimination tournament is going to be, it'll be a fatal four-way match here tonight. The man who gets pinned will be eliminated. The other three contestants, even the two men who were not pinned but not involved in the decision at all, will simply all advance. Those three men will compete in a triple threat match next week. Again, the man being pinned in that match will be eliminated finally on the final episode before episode 34 before our pay-per-view Capital Punishment. The last two remaining men left will compete one-on-one to determine who will be our #1 contender. Omega and Agent form a tag team, the Dark Match Mafia. Ouch, Shadow, ouch. Defeating the Boss. Go check out my cause. Defeat the Boss with 4 S's. Omega just made his way to the ring here tonight. Omega had an impressive 3 straight match victory. And then we saw Omega lose a one-on-one match to Tyrant, following up with a loss last week in a triple threat match for the Money in the Bank briefcase, which was vacated by Bobby James. Omega suddenly has not won in 3 weeks, although he did not compete at the pay-per-view, where he, in fact, caused Tyrant to lose one of the 3 stages of Hell match. He lost the center match when Omega interfered in the matchup. But here tonight, Omega definitely wanted to pull off the victory in this triple threat, allowing himself to be the man that is going to fight later on tonight in that undisputed elimination tournament. And here we see JS. We saw him make his return last week, but right now JS on his way to the ring, ready to compete here tonight with a little bit of a different look, a little bit of a, shall we call it a Joker look. We can see what maybe looks like blood or paint splattered across his outer coat, I should say. Got the crazy card symbol on the back. Lots of laughing all over his tights and his shoes as well. This man is definitely not in his right mind here in XCW. JS from the beginning, whether it was his short stint in DOD, his short stint in Foreign Affairs, or his 3 different stints as a single superstar in XCW, has always seemed to be a little bit off of his rocker. Will that help him, though, in this triple threat match here tonight? Early on, Youngblood being the person of interest, as Omega just hits a turnaround spinebuster on him and quickly following it up with a pick-up powerbomb. JS simply looking on from behind, maybe looking for the right moment to strike. And there it is. He walks up at the right time, actually able to kick both men with that toe kick. Tries to interfere and smash down Youngblood, but Omega is able to attack him instead. Omega finally turns his attention to JS, who gets thrown into the corner and is crumpled down to the floor. Omega quickly picks him up, though, sending him to